Hello, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we're down in the shack having some fun. We picked up this nice little 520S and we've been playing with it and made some contacts and doing some different things. And the only thing I had to do to this radio was put a light bulb in it, which is amazing. This thing is probably as nice a 520 that I've seen in a while. Had several of them through here, and this one here is really clean. It came with a Turner microphone and the original box, so it's really a clean, super nice little radio. Anyway, I thought today we'd go over some controls and different things here on these radios. This is an S, so it does have provisions for DG5 in the back and some different things. We'll get to that here in just a minute. But basically, going over the front controls, of course, microphone connection here and the mode switch. Send, which you flip that and it will put a carrier in CW. This is your heater switch, which it's on right now because we just loaded it up. Vox, if you want your Vox, you turn it on. Noise blanker, and the JGC. It's on slow right now, which is really kind of where you need to run it, I guess. Down here we have the RF attenuate. If you got a signal overload in your front end, you can push the button and it will knock it down. Up here at the top we have ALC, IP, RF, and high voltage, so you can change your meter selection and get whatever you need. Over here to the right we have the load, the plate, and the drive. The drive also works as a pre-selector, so basically you go to a band you want to go to and you just pick out your receive with the drive, then of course your plate and your load to tune the final section. Here we have, behind the load control is fixed channel. And this is provisions. If you take the top off the radio, there is 4 crystal slots. So you can go to fixed channels of any of the frequencies that you put in there. So you have 1 through 4, as you can see. Allows you to do that. Your RIT, push the button down here, turns it on, and then you can control. You can slide your frequency whichever way you need to slide it. Now this one here is your mic gain and your carrier. And also it has a third function of the processor. So if you want the processor on, you just pull that on and that turns your processor on. Of course, your mic gain control here and your carrier right here. To the right of that is your AF gain and your RF gain, so your volume and your RF gain, which is pretty simple. Band switch, right now we've got it on 75 meters to do an output demonstration. The function switch is a lot for calibration and which VFO you want to use. If you have an external VFO, you can go to the remote over here, and that will put you on the external VFO. Right now we're running the regular VFO, which is this one. This 25 Hertz is a crystal calibrator. It does turn it on, which it will calibrate your main VFO. Now over here you can do fix, which that will calibrate your dial to a fixed crystal situation that you have set up inside the radio. Over here, this is for more for remote. If you want to transmit on one and use the VFO for another, this is where you do that. It also calibrates the VFO or the crystal, whichever one that you're wanting to get your dial set correctly to. This is your power switch. Obviously self-explanatory. Over here on the side of the radio, there's a little door. The 520s had this particular situation. You take the little door off, and we have your bias control, your meter adjust, and this is your Vox controls where you want to set the anti-Vox and your delay and such as that. All these controls are hidden on the side, kind of out of sight, out of mind, out of the way, which is a good thing. Okay, now we're looking at the back of the radio. There's several RCA Motorola jacks in the back. This right here is for remote operation, mainly for setting up a key line for an amplifier. And you'd have to look at your in the manual, and it'll tell you which tube is your key line. This is for remote VFO. So if you have a VFO 520, you can plug it in here. This one down here is for a VHF transverter. There is a switch right here. If you wish to use that, I believe you have to go to 10 meters to actuate your VHF or to use the transverter. You move this switch and it will turn it on. These controls up here, this is for a key. This is a power for a DG5. So if you had a digital readout, this is where you would plug it in, and you use these jacks for that. Over here, let's see what we got. Speaker. Over here on the left, we have transverter in and transverter out for the VHF transverter, if so equipped. So if you choose to put one on one of these, that is where you would plug it in. Actually, it's this one and this one. Of course, your fan plugs in externally. This is your voltage select, or no, it's not. What is that? I can't see it. Oh, that is your screen grid switch. So if you're neutralizing a new fresh set of tubes, you will turn this off to do so. This is your voltage selection switch. So if you choose to run this radio on 220 volts, you can change it to do so. Also here with the right plug connector, you can run this radio on a 12 volts power supply. So lots of features for a rig that was built in the 70s. These things were such a workhorse. Let me turn it back around here. Okay, so with this unit, like I said, I have it tuned up on 75 meters. Now we're going to do a little output generation on this. It is, I guess I need to plug the mic in right. Should be ready to go. So we'll put it over on lower sideband. Hello. Yeah, let's see. Okay, we got it loaded up now and we're ready to go. Let's give it a little test. Hello. Hello radio. So as you can see, it does well over 100 watts on 75 meters. The final tubes are very good in this radio. So yeah, there's a very brief little rundown on these nice rigs. These things are just such a workhorse, and I love these things. They're great radio, and everybody that's had one would agree, I think. Anyway, we appreciate you looking at our videos, and come to our website, CB and Ham Radio Depot. You'll see this radio and several others that we have added recently, and be more to come. Thank you.